Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Yesterday we saw from ancient times in Hinduism the mind and its control, manasa eva bandhanam, manasa eva muktihi. By mind alone we are bound, by mind alone we are released. So this mind to bring under control, lovingly and taking care of it like a child, spoiled child, and bringing back to fulfill the purpose of our life is most important part of our existence, human existence. It's all the question of mind. Bondage and liberation are of the mind alone. The mind will take color as you diet. Suppose you give spiritual feedings to your mind, then it will develop beautiful life. If you feed with worldly things, it will run after the world. Chase behind the world will never end. In spite of so much of bondage and suffering, every bit of enjoyment that we get in this world is followed by bondage, tension, depression, frustration, so many kinds of, everything is concerned with mind. So this mind, if you can color it nicely, if you can build up a beautiful life, it would be wonderful. It helps. You have to build up your personality. You have to build up your charitriya, character. Most important part of life. And then rebuild your mind in such a beautiful way. It is ever a friend of yours, guiding and directing. If parents take sufficient care, formerly women used not to go for work. Whole responsibility of the family, to look after the family, to guide them in the proper way, to preserve the culture, was the part of women. Little earning and safety measures, defense, and all this part to protect the family, responsibility remained on men. When the women start going for work, the children do not get any time. Parents do not get time to spare for children, to train them in the proper way. How much of dedication, how much of sacrifice is needed to bring up a child from the birth. But even before birth, we give the samskaras to the child. From the point of conception, prior to conception, they do the tapas to get a beautiful child. The most, what Thakur's parents must have done to give birth to an incarnation of God, what tapasya they might have done, what tapasya or what kind of life the Narayans, Vivekananda's parents must have led. that such a soul was born to them. So the samskara giving, it must be a part of my existence to give it to my progeny. So parents have to do sacrifice. The day they decide to enter into family life, they have the greatest responsibility to give a most yogya child to this world. That is their greatest responsibility. And once the child is born, all enjoyments are to be completely shunned for the sake of this child, to bring it up. All enjoyments, without exception, the day it ends, birth of child, and whole attention is given to the child. I saw a couple in Madhya Pradesh. Their two daughters were working, studying in far-off school. And in hostel they used to stay, school hostel, study in the school. And only son, he had joined one of the mutts, ashramas, and he was there. These two children, they were studying in school, 8th, 9th standard, and parents are observing strict life dedicated to the divine. Whole afternoons they will sit and study scriptures. From morning, about 1 hour they spend in doing worship. What is the need? Nobody, only two parents. And they have sufficient wealth. Whole village, whoever needs anything, anytime, emergency, they are there to help. Taking even the lowest class of people, sick and people who are unable to move, dirty everywhere like beggars. To them also they used to carry physically many times on their scooter, making them sit. And they used to say, this is what is going to protect my children studying there. My two daughters are studying there in the school. If I enjoy even a little here, unseen by them, their life will get spoiled. What an awareness you see. What a sacrifice you see. How the nature responds to the child is going to school, my child is going to school. I am sitting and watching TV. The child is under the control of its own vasanas and karma. The karma is taking hold of the child. Whatever is the karma, sukha dukkha, it's going to experience. Suppose instead of I am sitting in front of TV, I am sitting for japa and dhyana, to look after my children going to school is the responsibility of God. I am dedicating my life to God. I am dedicating my life for others. God has to take care of my children who are walking in the street to school. How much? How I react with nature, how I respond to nature, how do I attend to the call of nature, call of the divine. In the same way, I will get the protection and everything. Whatever I need not worry if the Lord and if nature is favorable to me. What else do I need in my life? Everything, like parent taking care and the child is free. But that sacrifice is needed. This has to be taught from the childhood. Every bit what my child is seeing. Twice if the child, infant, if it sees a thing, gazes at it, already you must know what is its samskara, what is it seeing, what for it is seeing, what is it thinking. As the child grows, all the negativity from its life has to be eliminated. All positivity to be fed. Fill them with positivity. Get up, my child, walk in this world with lifted head. Never err in your life that you have to bend down your head and walk in the street. No. Be righteous. All legitimate enjoyments are permitted to you. Never go by adharma, anyaya. You will succeed. So these things, small things of life, how to live in this world, how to grow, how to be happy throughout the life, independent of situations of life. A day may come, I have nothing to eat. That doesn't mean I should be worrying or unhappy. My happiness should not be dependent on any external thing. It must be dependent on my inner awarenesses, my inner self, independent of body. So, how to become independent? The only instrument we have is this mind, manasa bandhanam. Manasa, it is same key and same lock. If you turn one side, it gets unlocked. If you turn other side, it gets locked. Same mind. Turn the opposite side. So Sri Ramakrishna is telling, how do you, whatever color you give to the mind, it takes. Who is going to give the color? Can I color my own mind? Is it so easy? Very difficult. That's why Sri Ramakrishna repeatedly says, don't leave satsanga. Somehow or the other, that's the only thing that can save you in this world. Hold on somewhere. If nothing is available, hold on to good books, spiritual books written by realized soul, where intellect doesn't interfere. Truth is presented without intellectual process. Intellect can create beautiful things, but it may be far away from the realities. So realized souls, their talks, and this would be very simple, like Thakur's talk, you see. But it contains so much of treasure and reality, satya. So we are living in a false world. Our mind is colored already by that. We have to decolor it, dislodge it from the world and recolor it. If parents have started doing from infancy, removing all the dirt, imperfections, telling each one thing, explaining, my child, look there, that child is weeping. What for? How the weeping comes? What for the child is weeping? Will you weep like that? It is expressing some fear, anxiety, some need. What would be its effect on itself? What would be the effect on society? What would be the effect on the parents? How parents will feel? How parents will feel when you smile, laugh and move about joyfully, learn well, and how in the opposite case they will be explained to them. What is this world? What are you? Like Madalasa, Kim Nama Rodasi Sake. Tvai Sarva Shakti. Buddhosi, Nityosi, Niranjanosi. While swinging the cradle, she used to tell all parents make the child senses go out. If the child weeps, immediately they'll make some sound here, there. The child immediately, his senses are made active and outside. But Mother Lhasa never did. She made the child to turn inward. That was our responsibility, to turn the child's mind. If my father had turned my mind inward during my early childhood, then I would have realized God even before finishing my school days, like Naren and all. How they came to Thakur as college students. That would have. The parents are most important part they play. And nothing to worry if you are not God. You have a human birth. You have a human body. You have human mind. You have human intellect. You have a heart. Utilize that now, whether you had or not. Or training from external. See that now you feed so that imperfections are eliminated. Impurities are completely removed from your being. And purity dawns, joy dawns within. This is how we color ourselves. Color. Except scriptures and saints, we don't have any support in life. What is the adhara? We don't have any adhara. In world, we have our own mind and vasanas are sufficient to drag us into the world. We don't have that vasanas that can suppress the pull of the world and then transcend it and go be beyond. So we have to change. We have to change the paradigm, entire paradigm, and enter into new realm of the spirit. Slowly get accustomed with the spiritual existence, adhyatmika, pertaining to your spiritual existence. We have bodily existence, worldly life in the world at least, and it may not be worldly life, but life in the world itself, secular life itself is sufficient. It will not give you joy or freedom. So turn, skip many things because time is short. You have to go by shortcut methods now. You can't get, and where is the time? Youngsters are busy in studies to get some marks. Those who are growing up, they are busy with earnings. And when is the time? If the most precious time goes away in earning and learning, where is the time to realize God? So, see that you practice and may help others. Whoever is able to listen, whoever comes to you, your talk, your smile, your words must transform that soul. Come, my child, how are you? This much is sufficient. Express concern, express love, and you will see somebody is taking care of you. The two must go together, Atmano Mokshartam, Jagaditaya. More you feel concern about others in this world, more you feel concern about others, and you are able to love others in this world, so much you will find that God is taking care of you. God is showing concern for you. God is entering into your life, interfering in your ways of existence. God can enter you when you understand the suffering of others. Or you intimately love God. You have opened your doors for God to enter. When you are feeling for others, you are keeping again the door for God to enter. When you feel for others, He is presenting from within. And when you call on Him with love, He is entering you from external. You can feel the duality. When you love others and serve others, you are finding oneness with the divine. He is presenting to you from within. And you will see when you are loving, He is opposing you and coming to you from the outside. You are one with God in either case, either externally or internally. They both, one is apara, one para. Tasmin drishte paravare, para avara. Vedyate hridaya grantischa. Chidyante sarva samshayaha. Kshiyante chasya karmani. Tasmin drishte paravare. Para and avara, the absolute and the relative. The whole universe is manifestation of God. What is this manifested world? It is God. To know this world is God, all beings are manifestations of God. Except God, nothing exists. This manifested universe as God is apara, and para is the unchanging eternal reality in which the ever-changing universes appear and disappear. So that para and avara, when you know in essence, then Vedyate hridaya grantischa. Chidyanti sarva samshaya. All doubters gets clear. The knots of the heart break. What is this knot? This is chid jada granthi. Knot between the bodily existence and the spirit. Chit jada, chaitanya and jada. Prakriti, buddhi, manas, indriya, all these belong to Prakriti. Except love, heart, everything belongs to Prakriti. So we have Prakriti, part of our existence, body, mind complex, and I have spiritual existence. These two are bound by the law of karma, by karmic load, karma, and then my vasanas bind me to the Chaitanya. This knot is to be broken. It will fly into the world, into the universe. The spirit will enter into spirit. The matter will enter into a matter. Bodily existence is matter. It goes back to matter. Prakriti goes back into Prakriti. In that Ishavasya end, what does it come? That the body, mind, everything, Panchabhutas, go back into the cause, in their cause. Vayuranilam amritam amatedam bhasmantagam shariram. Vayuranila matedam let it become bhasma, sharira, let the body go back. Let them go back to their causes. Yatti rupam kalyanatamam tatte pashyami. Then the yosa vasau purushaso hamasmi. Vayuranilam amrita Matedam Bhasmatagam Shariram. Let this bodily existence become again, go back to the sources. The spirit escapes to be one with the absolute spirit and the universal spirit, and spirit in everyone. So this separation, chit jada granthi breaking, vidyate hridaya grantischa, chidyante sarva samshayaha, kshiyante chasya karmani, all his karmas get dissolved. Tasmin drishte paravari. When you get the vision, when you realize the absolute and the relative, ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಅತೀತವಾದದ್ದು, beyond everything what exists and what is this universe. When you realize all this, know in essence what they are, you are totally free. So this is what the mind, coloring mind is to train the mind, fill the mind, dip the mind in thought of the divine. Unbroken thought of the divine must come. And whatever you see in this world, in ordinary things, while going in street, while see everything, hear everything, perceive with your senses everything with a divine background. Don't leave the divine background. There is background divine. In divine, as the Adhara, all this play is going on. Don't forget the TV screen and TV instrument when you are witnessing some things happening in the TV. Oh, this is TV happening, not real. One child was telling, do you see TV? I asked, yes. You should not see TV. He said, why should I not see? I said, see, if you go on seeing TV, most of the things are man-made things to keep you interested and engaged. They are not realities. It is far from the realities of life. They are something like false things are presented to you. And suppose a news comes, it is one person's opinion about a thing happening. Another person may be giving entirely different version of the same thing, what is happening. Each one's opinion about the same incident changes. And you are going to take this as the final and decisive understanding. You must have your own understanding. You must see, you must experience, you must face life. Then that boy was 8th standard or so. He was listening. He said, I know that. Finally, I know that. What do you know? All that is false. I was surprised. Only my mother weeps when she sees. I know all that is false. My mother takes it as real, but I don't take it as real. Then why do you see? He said, time pass. I said, you don't have time. How the thought of time pass came to you? Hearing the words from parents and others, it is time pass. So this main thing is to see unreality or passing events. Don't miss the screen. Each time you remember this, it is just a play going on the screen. The colors are changing and it looks like a man moving. The moment you forget the screen and the play going on, you think it to be real. Like that, The world, where is yesterday? Where is morning? Gone forever, never to be seen again. And why are you holding on to that? Passing events. Hold on to which is not changing, which is eternal. Then you will see that life opens up to a new realm, unseen, unthought, unperceived realm. A realm of joy and joy alone, bliss and bliss alone, peace and peace alone, without a duality. Absolute. Absolute means beyond that or other than that nothing exists. Then it is called absolute. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.